So it's again a morning, and I will end this video with a little bit of philosophy and ethics of having an old truck while cleaning a little bit, which I postpone because who likes cleaning? Me, no. So if you have an old truck, the first thing you try to fix it and yourself. Okay, there is some exceptions for this rule, because as you have seen, I also didn't fix the starter, which probably I am able to do, but it's just, you know, I'm letting some other people to learn. What I was wanting maybe to participate in this fixing, so I can see how it's being done professionally. And sure, I will not fix the cooler myself. I already know one place with some DIY garage with some enthusiastic people who fix radiators, coolers, and so, but anyway, you need to know at least how to take out these parts, because that costs a lot actually, because everybody hates old trucks because we think it's rusty and you cannot open the screws and so on and so on. Other thing, you have to kind of have tools and have some materials to be able to fix it on the road. For example, to have cable binders, some lamps, a cable with a lamp to check electrical stuff, collection of screws, like the most common ones, and nuts. I learned this, yeah, the nuts, so for the screws, and it's also, you kind of, yeah, have to know brakes, which we will learn again, because I a little bit forgot, and I never did nothing to the front wheel brakes because we were working. So now I will have to learn front wheel brakes, and have some pipe, have all the liquids, so brake liquid, cooler liquid or antifreeze, and some oil for sure. You need to check oil all the time, a little bit of diesel, maybe diesel filter in case. And here it's I don't know if you can see, here it's this filter, like pre-filter, which is filtering diesel coming from tank to the high pressure fuel pump. So this you have to have at least few, because sometimes if it don't start, basically it's diesel filter which is stuck. It's like the most common reason of engine stopping working. Oh, bird shit. Some birds were different. So, and for me personally, a lot of people say that, why you now spending this time for this truck, because it's so old and it's rusty, and it's, you know, it's like the time I spend to fixing this truck, I can spend working, and even if I get not so much money, I think the same time which I will spend for this truck, I can earn money to buy another truck which is made good and stuff, and so on. But I don't know, buying a car is always some stress. You never know what you are buying. Okay, if it's a good deal and you find a good person, who were taking care of a truck, and you buy it from people you know maybe or something, okay, it's a good deal. But for example, this truck I bought from not so nice person, and he was cheating me actually, because the engine before here was 615, which is 2-liter engine with broken cylinder head. So I finally, this motor collapsed, and but it was not a big deal actually, because if you have already 2.4-liter motor, so having 2-liter motor, it's not so much difference going up the hill, but it eats less diesel, because this one, if it's everything okay, should eat from 10 to 12 liters per 100 kilometers. And the 2-liter motor, at least for me, it ate from 8 to 10 liters. So for 2.7 ton car, 8 to 10 liters, it's quite a good performance. And so I have no problem having 2-liter engine. Of course, this truck is slow and also loud kind of, and when you taste a little bit more comfortable later cars, probably you don't want to go back to kind of this stone age. But since I had another truck, bigger one, that was the reason I abandoned this truck. It was Mercedes 814 double cabin with a box, but I sold it because it was okay. I had a hard time in my life and blah blah blah. But it also was a little bit problem, because 6 meters, this truck is length is 6 meters, is kind of the last size which is quite comfortable to park and turn around and so on. If you have a truck of more than 6 meters, like 8 meters, that 814 was 8 meters, you have a really kind of hard time to turn around, and you have to find at least free car empty space to park, and it's like pain in the ass kind of. And it was eating 19 liters of diesel, because when I was building it I was not checking for weight. I was just building and building, and then when I built 1.5 tons of building without stuff and without wood oven. Okay, here we have like the example of what you should have. Okay, this is old one, but let's keep it. So, and so for me, I prefer this truck because I already have it and I know it. I've done a lot for it and I know its problems, and so I choose better to spend more money in long term for this truck than to buy another one, and just this one I don't know what to do, give it to metal or sell it or whatever. And I don't know, I don't like not selling cars or buying cars. It's always like a little bit, I don't know, some stress, whatever. So I also had a present once. I still remember it. I'm really happy that it happened, but I got a present, some 508, like the same like this, but with another 4-liter engine. But I had no money, and I had some problem also in life in that moment, and I couldn't reach the place to take it, and then it was too late. So, but it was also not like that I was very sad about it, because it was this truck, and yeah. So how to do this? Not fitting. As you see, it have, if you can see, it have almost 500,000, if it's true. Okay, the engine I don't know how much it have, but probably it's quite true. So it's already 14,000 till 500,000, and I think it will do 500,000 and more. If its engine breaks, I know how to change it. Okay, there is a way also to change, because what is good in this truck and what is, for example, different from this later Mercedes 207 and 307, that it have two parts. One part is the cabin, and another part is the two big metal pieces with all engine, gearbox, wheels and axles and everything. And it's possible to disconnect those two parts. I think I done it first in 3 days and then in 2 days when I was working in one place. So like when you learn it, you can do it in 2 days, and to disconnect everything and unscrew all the bolts, and you can just switch it. So it's also like a good thing of this truck. Okay, happened. Mouse shit. Yeah, I'm thinking when to build this truck, I'm thinking a little bit about protection from mouse. because mice, like if you don't leave it in all the time, and I don't plan to leave it all the time. Okay, I'm not so anymore like, how to say, thinking that I will live here all the time, for sure not, but I will stay a lot in it. And so I'm a bit thinking about how to do that mice don't come and eat the cables or eat your food. So probably I will make, when I will build a shelf for food, I'll try to make inside from metal, some blech, because yeah, there is a problem of mice. Kind of, they go inside, they eat the styropor, they eat the polypropylene, or what it's called, the isolation material, they shit around, it stinks. And also the reason actually it's not very healthy, if you can see here, it's this black mushroom. So that was the reason I'm taking it, everything out and fixing it again. What else? I have a question actually, because I have one problem. Here you see this rubber is broken and it's already getting rust here, and I cannot find it on internet, like nowhere. It's even hard to describe what is this manchette something. And so if you have this, or you know where it's this rubber part shop or something, so please tell me. And apparently, if you see, I need to take Cardenwelle, Cardenwelle in English. So I need to take this part at least. Maybe then I will consider changing this part, but I don't know if it's really wrong. But yeah, so it's a bit stupid just to take Cardenwelle just to change this rubber. Yes, so we can look a little bit to down here. Yeah, it's not so, for me it doesn't look like very bad. Okay, it's rust, but for rust we have a way already, kind of. So I hope these rubbers I don't need to change. There is on YouTube, of course, video how you change it. uh, I'm considering to change the oil and to look of this back axle. I don't know if amortizators is passing the technical check. And okay, the pipes is in another side, so we cannot look good see it. And all this is not a problem. This is like a thick part, like of metal, and it will rust really long. All this truck will rust more. And here it's not so bad. And there is a place, I think, there, which I saw. It's a little bit tricky. But as you see here is the screws, here is the screws. So you just screw it away, and you can raise this part up, so you can really have only this left, and it's easy to just change what you have. If you have rusty truck in a good technical condition, like mechanical part, and you have like a broken engine truck which is not rusty, so you can make one of two. Okay, Auspuff. Auspuff is always exhaust pipe is like one of the basic sicknesses of this truck. And okay, this truck, there's more sickness of it. The usual sickness is brakes. Like the brakes are good thing that they are, you can regulate it manually, but maybe also because of this sometimes it's really hard to really get it to the point that it brakes even, and maybe handbrake is not working, maybe something else, and it's have a little bit sickness. And I know a lot of people had much trouble passing technical check just because of brakes. I also had it once. Okay, here we have, which I'm gonna change, but here we have some solar power system, like the cheap shit from China. I think it doesn't work anymore, this one. Okay, all else I'm gonna do, I'm really going to make the switch for the battery, which is important, and it's strange you don't have it, because something is always eating, maybe just this lamp and just the clock, but maybe something more is eating electricity always. So I just gonna make like a big switch for the battery, but you can switch it off when you stop. And also I will put another battery for solar panel, and something switch that you can also load this battery when you drive. So two switches. And yeah, electric is a little bit for me kind of mystery. And another question is here, because it was advice from some people that I should make not only isolation but also put plastic, that no condensate is going to the walls, to the metal part. And I think that was the reason actually why it got this black mushroom, because maybe I'm wrong, because I don't have what campers usually have, like ventilation, like some bars, like plastic piece with a hole and some bars that no rats can come in. And so I don't have it, so maybe I'm gonna make it somewhere on the floor this time. And also would like maybe more windows, so I would have more light, because it's like 1, 2, 3 windows, and maybe I'm considering to put one on the back door. But yeah, these camper windows that they have, it's kind of hard to get. So also, if you know some place where we have it, I'm really interested. So okay, maybe it's already long I'm speaking, maybe it's boring. So the next, I just present what I will do next. I hope maybe what I will do next. Okay, maybe cleaning everything would be a good idea, just to have like a fresh place to start. And maybe this cooler, actually I'm gonna speak with a friend, do he needs this garage for some his projects, and if not, so I will take away the cooler and bring it to this place to fix it, because yeah. Or maybe I'll do it later, because then I need to change the cooler and cooling water, antifreeze, and maybe better is to make everything in one time. Okay. So see you later. I hope you had fun looking to all this, and yeah. Be without care, as we say.